Alrighty. Welcome to another episode of the Hickey Hickin' Foxhound Show. What are we doing today? We are back in Pokémon Champions. That's what we're gonna do here. Make sure the mic is checked. Make sure El Gato is gatoing. Should be. It's Gato do what it's Gato do. Should be okay now. I'm fairly certain. Which is, pretty nice. What are we doing today? We're playing a little Tyranitarians. Yep, we gave in. We're getting a little OU power in us. So what are we looking at for this team? What are we looking at, boys and girls? First off, your boy Blue Jeans is back. Your boy Blue Jeans is back in it with the Ditto with the Choice Scarf. Standard stuff. Then we got Noivern. This is the new addition. Dragon Pulse Air Slash Boom Burst U-Turn. This thing is useful. It breaks Sash with U-Turn. It boom bursts everything on the field, which, if later on I'll show you the logic, yes, we can afford to take that boom burst because so much of our team resists it. Literally everything but Ditto resists the boom burst, which is why we're okay with that spread damage. Next up, good old Tyranitar. This is the standard OU Tyranitar set. You're looking at Rock Slide, Knockoff, Low Kick, Protect. Low Kick for something like Steelix if it decides to show up, or if you gotta get some utility on that thing. Low Kick is decent. Most of the time we're gonna be clicking Rock Slide or Knock Off. Then we got Glamora. Light Screen, Earth Power, Power Gym, Mortal Spin. Now this was a tough one. Whether we kept the Light Screen or whether we went Mortal Spin, or if we turned that into like a Sludge Wave and a Protect. But this strat has been kind of working for me. Now this is Expert Belt. Why is that? This is a Pelipper counter. It doesn't look like a Pelipper counter. It looks like something that would get eaten alive by a Rain team. But here's the idea, right? This thing doesn't lead with Tyranitar. Okay, this thing comes out first, and it power gems into the Pelipper on the first turn, and we switch the second slot, which is probably going to be Corviknight, right? Now, no Swampert self-respecting is targeting the Corviknight turn 1, right? That's why we can bring in Tyranitar, change the weather from rain, and go ahead and slap a Pelipper with the power gem. Pelipper might get the Tailwind off, but between Power Gem lowering all the way to Sash and then the Sand Chip, Pelipper's gone. And then we got answers. Corviknight is an okay answer into the Swampert. We can play some mind games with it. It'll be faster than us. We can roost. We can do other things. This is good into that. Now Tailwind will be up and it will be a pain, but Blue Jeans here could come in and do some work. So, all right. Next up, Quick Claw, Corviknight, standard stuff. Now, debating whether Body Press or Bulk Up is the way to go, because nothing is immune to Brave Bird, right? So we could just use Bulk Up in that slot, but I find them Body Press, being able just to tap that, so you can get immediate damage on something like a Raichu. You know, that is, it's valuable, because this thing is actually chunky enough where most of the time it can live like one something from a Raichu. Especially if it hits on the physical side, which means that this thing can drop a Body Press on that bad boy and really chunk it down. And lastly, Focus, Sash, Sword Stance, Excadrill. This thing is a menace if we can get it set up. Even if we can't though, it can click Earthquake at the end of a game and just win. So that's the idea. That is the setup, that's the plan, that's the friends, that is the team that we're rocking right now. I'd like to try something like a Flame Orb, Heracross or something, but none of that's in the game yet, so a little limited, but it is what it is. So we got claiming rewards. Sure, give me some quick coupons, delete that. Yes, delete the message. Thank you. Rank up reward, give me some monos. I appreciate that. Very nice, very good. Put that in the old backpack there. And there's last season's rewards, getting us nice and topped off so we can do some training, we can do whatever. But right now, the big thing to do is we're hopping back in. We are hopping back into it and we are bumping. Wait a minute. We gotta claim my mission rewards too. Forgot about those bad boys. Yeah, give me that and then give me whatever this is. Yeah, that's some VIP points, and then this, give me that. Perfect. Alright. There we go. Now we can go ahead and get into it. You'll see I already did play a couple of games this season just to see what we were going to do. Just a handful of them to tweak the team a little bit at a time. I think this team is alright. Now, is it like competitive, top grade, gonna be able to make it into Master Ball League? No, absolutely not. But is it fun? And the answer to that is yes. And that's the important bit. Alright, what do we got here? We got Volcarona, Sinistra, Sylveon, Delphox. Okay, so this is like water with a dose of nonsense, right? Glimmora lives most of what can be thrown here, so we bring that in, obviously. Now, the question is, do they lead with, like, Delphox, or is it like Zoomeril, Matcha Gotcha? Is the question. I think, regardless of what's being brought, like, this is okay. And then we need Tyranitar to deal with the Delphi, right? Now, the question is, what's our last slot? Now, Excadrill is an option here. Should outspeed everything and just about KO everything except for Volcarona, but Volcarona has very little use into our team. I don't know if it gets brought. The Noivern is fast, but it doesn't necessarily deal with like the Toxapex who just waits it out, right? Don't see anything that I really want to snatch the boost from except for Volcarona. I don't know whether Noivern or Excadrill's the play here. But you know what? Maybe Ditto's the play. Maybe Ditto is indeed the play here. It can come in, maybe soak up some toxic spikes by copying the Marini. Okay, we'll go Ditto. Ditto in the last slot. Why? Because it's silly. Probably not the best option, but I'm sure they're sweating this too. Yo, Demon Girl. I'm making them sweat today. We are going full on sweaty shorts here. Let's go. Alright, they lead both berries with Sylveon and Azumarill. We are primed to capitalize on that nonsense. Now, what do we want to do? We want to Mortal Spin into all of this, get some poisons down on the board, and then I think we can go ahead and, like, Tailwind, and then we force the Aqua Jet, right? Or do we Brave Bird into that thing? Brave Bird into Zazu might just send it to the Shadow Realm. It just goes for a straight Aqua Jet. Puts the spikes up on the opposing team. Alright. That's actually pretty good for us. Then we get the Mortal Spin off. That's chunks on everybody. Put the whole team on a timer. There, that I like. That I like to see. Alright. Glimmora fell in love with Q-Charm, huh? Alright. Well, regardless, that's Chip. Draining Kiss goes off, that's doing 0. Yeah, that ain't doing nothing to old Corby here. Alright, Corviknight goes off, gets the Brave Bird. Go get him. Get him, big guy. Okay, Zazu should be put in range now for it to eat its berry. Yeah, and then chunk the berry. There is no berry. Excuse me, berry does not exist. Now the question is, do we go Ditto, anticipating another Aqua Jet to finish this thing off, and just take whatever the Zazu was gonna do? Because it could be useful here. Puts us in a position, if Delphox is in the back, that it could be really nice. It eats the hit. It absolutely eats the hit. And then this thing can go ahead and, like, Brave Bird the Sylveon. It ain't doing nothing here, right? And we preserved Glimmora. It's faster than a lot of stuff, so we preserved Glimmora for the future. And those T-Spikes ain't going away unless Toxapex comes in, right? Alright, Aqua Jet goes off. We eat that lovely. We'll see if Sylveon goes for the Spread Hyper Voice. If it does, it got me good. Goes for the Hyper Beam. Okay, it was looking for Chip. It ain't getting no chippies, man. Alright, Corviknight, sock it. Sock him good. Now, if Zazu goes for the Liquidation, pretty big damage there. Could do some nonsense. I think Sylveon's gone to the next round of nonsense, right? Now, this thing here, this thing can play rough into the Zazu. That'll do that. Sylveon is down to poison, so we can go ahead and roost here. And we're faster than that Zazu, right? Yeah, Aqua Jet, you ain't doing nothing here. We roost that. We roost that 100% of the time. Play Rough goes off. Bye-bye, Zazu. Alright. We're in a commanding position here. Get the roost off. Just heal that right off like it didn't even matter. And Sylveon's gone. Alright, we got Fast Zazu on the board. We got Corviknight looking strong. Alright, let's see what the play is here. Now, if it's Delphox, it is Delphox. Alright. And Sinestro in the background. Okay, so we got the poisons off on everybody, though. And it doesn't look like there's a Lumberry cure none of that, so that entire team's on a freaking... on a tear. Now, what do we want to do? Do I put in Tyranitar here to change the weather? What are they going to do? There's probably a grass move coming in. Probably a Machigacha going to go off, right? So really the idea is probably to let Corviknight fall, get Glamora back in, let that take the Ditto hit, and then, like, we Brave Bird into the Sinistcha. We probably aren't coming out of this one. These boys are oh, we got the Quick Claw proc. Yo, 5-stream streak. Nice job. Nicely going. Oh, so that Quick Claw is going to be huge. This thing really doesn't like to see what we're about to do. Okay. Yep. And then we want to bring in the Ditto on the Delphox slot. Copy the Delphox for all of its worth. Brave Bird's going to go off. Big damage. Sinistcha is really hurting for that one. It ain't going to get much value out of the Machigacha. Flamethrower comes out. Predictable. Alright, Corviknight's gone. Let's see what comes in here. Leaf Storm goes off. That should drop its special, right? No, yes, that is. Okay, so that thing's a lot less threatening now. Alright. And then the poison goes off. Both of these dudes are hurting. And that means that we can afford to bring Tyranitar on the left and Ditto on the right. Here we go. T-Tar is on the deck. Is his Ditto. Copy that Mega Delphox for me. Body. Boom. There we go. We're looking good now. We got power. The Sandstorm's gonna come in. It's gonna chip stuff. Alright, this thing should go for like a Mega Evolution and then maybe, what, Rock Slide into that or Knockoff? You know, Knockoff might just deal with Delphox outright. And then this thing, it has Focus Blast. Oh boy. This thing has freaking Focus Miss. That's a problem. Okay. We gotta focus the Delphox. What's gonna do the most damage? Probably Psychic? Probably Psychic. You know what? Seeing that makes me say, Tyranitar, you go ahead and hit the Protect for a turn. You Protect for a turn. And then this thing's just gonna Psychic. Oop. Yeah, Protect goes off. It really doesn't matter what the Delphox Psychic's into here. Goes for Focus Blast into the other Delphox. Maybe gets a drop. Not exactly what I would have chosen there. Delphox goes for the Focus Blast, hits into that. It goes for Strength Sap. Oh, it used it on its own side. That's a wild idea. Okay. Well, the chip is doing its thing. I wish I'd gotten that command in before that. Do we live like a Focus Miss here? I think we got a Mega. We Rock Slide into it, and then, yeah, we're kind of locked into the Focus Miss now, which means that Machigacha could live forever. Why did it pick that of all freaking moves? That could have toasted us there. I would have picked, like, Psychic or something. The good thing about Tyranitar is that it does indeed have a boost to the special defense, thanks to ye old nonsense. Yeah, but that sucks. That sucks that it chose that and I didn't get it in. I should have just locked in the Protect and just gone for it. Turn timer's a little bit fast. If Tyranitar lives here, if the Focus Blast misses, then we've got him. If that does hit, we're probably dusted. Because we ain't getting through the Sinestia. Not without Psychic. It goes for the Focus Blast, does connect. Oh, we go for the Focus Blast, I'm sorry. Then that one does go off, that does connect too. It just mirrored? Why? Well, we got the special defense drop. Rock Slide goes off. Delphox is gone. Opposing Delphox is no longer a threat. So now it's just Matcha Gotcha gonna go off. We do have the boost from the sand though. I don't think it gets back enough strength. Yeah, they threw that. Except for the burn. The burn could matter here. I think a knockoff should still probably get this thing done with the sand chip. Maybe. But wow. Yeah, that was bad. The burn is, or the poison on the opposing team is huge. I think maybe we got him here. Yeah, since we're faster, knockoff will do it. Audio is quiet. Yeah, I'm a little further from the mic than usual. Let's see if I move a little closer, if that'll help. Alright. Okie dokie. You know, maybe it's like, no, it can't. Alright. Moving to the edge here. I'm on the edge of glory. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Yep, for sure. Might have to boost the gain since I'm in a different position here. But yeah, we go for the knockoff into this thing, and then we got actually nothing else that we can throw against it but the Focus Blast. Would actually be better to have struggle here. But the knockoff should be enough to take this game. Audio is great now? Yeah. Readjusted. Readjusted. We just and then we adjust. Dude doesn't appear to be here anymore. It's just playing out. Okay. Well, one knockoff, that should do it. But yo, Ditto, good old Blue Jeans coming in doing Ditto things. Did Ditto do what Ditto did? Did he? Don't know. Did Ditto do it? Yeah, Ditto done did it. The Focus Mist goes into nothing here because it picked like the worst possible move to throw. And yeah, we knock off into this thing though. Yeah, that should do it. One good knock deserves another, and he's knocked out. Yup, for sure. That battle timer just got me. But we managed to take a win there. Alright. And there we go. That thing's gone. And there is a victory. Nicely done. Taking it to him. Shake Zula, the Mike Ruler, old schooler. You wanna drink? Bring it straight freaking to ya. Love to see it. Okay, so the team, even with my terrible piloting, the team is actually pretty decent. Another bale's been found. Let's get back into it. Throw another one at me. Throw me more meat for the grinder. What do we got? We got a Grimmsnarl. That's going to lead. That leads 100% of the time. And then the question is, do we lead our own Glamora into this? Could be Glamora versus Glamora Violence. What leads against Corviknight? Basically nothing, right? So Corviknight, Glamora seems safe into basically everything. T-Tar for the weather in the back would upset the Volcarona, would throw off the Tandem Mouse, because that thing's gonna want a population bomb, and Tyranitar kind of stops that. Do I Ditto again, or do I rely on Sandrush Excadrill to finish this game out? It deals with the Grimmsnarl, it deals with the Overquill, it deals with the Glamora, it deals with the Volcarona. Only thing that it really doesn't deal with is the Sinistra, which almost guarantees that we kind of need Corviknight healthy. Could also bring the Noivern though. You know what? We bring the Sandrush Excadrill. That dude is gonna come in and do his things. Alright, this is the squad. This doth beat the squad. Now the question is, do they lead with young Tandemaus? And if they tidy up, no, it's Grimmsnarl Volk. Okay. There is dangerous for this. But our Power Gem is 4 times effective. Could be a fake out onto the Glimmora in order to stop us, right? Could be. You Power Gem into this though. If it's fake out, it's spreading poison everywhere though. So we fake out, or we Power Gem into that, and we switch in Tyranitar. We get the weather switched up. Okay. We switch out. Tyranitar comes back in. Sandstream goes off. That boosts our special defense. Grimmsnarl goes for the light screen. Does that save Volcarona's life? Is the question. Power Gem goes off. It does not. Nope. Not from full aggression Volcarona. Remember how we had defensive defensive Glimmora for a little while? Yeah, I turned up the aggression to 11. Okay. Mousehold comes out. That thing is a pain. I think we can go ahead and Mortal Spin on this, and then Spirit Break is more than likely coming out, so it's back into Corviknight. Now that we got the Mousehold and the Grimmsnarl on a timer, we can afford to just kind of do our own thing. Because Mousehold ain't doing nothing to these dudes. It goes for the Population Bomb. Yo, throw down as much toxic debris as you want. Even with full damage, it ain't taking out Glimmora. Yeah, even all 10 hits together ain't doing it. Might get it under half though, which is a little dangerous. Yeah, Population Bomb's just going off. 10 full times, but all spikes are down, and poison's on everything. Okay, Grimmsnarl and Tandemaus are both hurt. We body press the Tandemaus, and I think it's gone. Well, Mousehold, I'm sorry. I always confuse the Prevo with this one. Goes for the Play Rough. Corviknight avoids the attack. There ain't no fake out coming out. Both of them should be chunked by the poison. Okay, Glimmora is just about done here. If it leaves, we Power Gem into the Grimmsnarl. Don't think it will. We want to... Do we Tailwind to get speed control away from Grimmsnarl? Do we Tailwind and then Body Press? No, we don't get spicy with it. We just Body Press. We don't care about Grimmsnarl if we can go ahead and get rid of this thing. It's over already. They already threw in the towel. Take a look at that. Yo, this team just has such good defenses into something like a Mousehold, which is otherwise so dangerous. And just like that, we're already up to Ultra. Already up to Ultra. Alright, we continue the roll. Let's rock and roll, see what else we can find here. Now, the teams that scare me. I'm a little worried about a Staraptor. With some clever play, we get around it with Noivern, but that doesn't make it an easy sell at all. Okay, we got... Okay, Pelipper wants to set up the rain for Archralodon. That is very dangerous. So we gotta lead Glimmora. Leading with Ye Old Corviknight doesn't make sense here. No, leading Glimmora doesn't. Glimmora makes sense. Corviknight does not. Noivern can kind of come in and do some nonsense. Overall, the Corviknight's not terrible here. Into a few things, but it's like it's a risk and a half. And T-Tar could be throwing stuff with the Incineroar, could be doing nonsense. Man, but you know, the Body Press does threaten. If we can get a light screen up from Glimmora, that's also an option. Now the question is, does T-Tar come with this team to set the weather again? I think the answer is yes. Without rain, that Archralodon is a lot less scary. So, let's play around with this and see what happens. The Tyranitar is gonna struggle with the Incineroar throwing out the Intimidates, but let's find out what happens. Let's get in on this and see what we got working. Alright, they are leading with the Whimsicott and the Grimmsnarl, the double fairy lead. Alright, Light Clay and the Alright, Mortal Spin is such an easy call here. Now, Neuven is afraid for its life. Is it base any faster than Whimsicott? I feel like Whimsicott's faster and U-turn or Moonblast this thing into the dirt. But Air Slash would also KO it outright. Now, the question is, what's our pivot? And our pivot is Corviknight. Corviknight's a decent pivot here, actually. Alright. There we go. Corviknight's in. They must have been expecting Tyranitar to lead. So that's why they went for this. The Tailwind is up. That's good for them. Light Screen goes up. Mortal Spin's gonna come out and do some nonsense. We can set up our own Tailwind in the meanwhile. Mortal Spin. Put both of these guys on a timer. And there's the Venom. Soak it in, friendos. You guys are on a timer. Alright, so Tailwind is up, right? Now, the question is it Pelipper or Growlithe in the bag? Is the question. Now, do we Power Gem into the, or do we go for a big freaking Predict? You know what? I think we set up our own defenses. We set up our own Light Screen and our own Tailwind. We go for that. It just goes for Reflect. We live that 100% of the time. Physical moves resisted. Giga Drain is doing, like, some damage. After we get our Light Screen up, that's gonna do nothing. Alright, Light Screen is active. Now, the question is, what are we more afraid of? Are we more afraid of the Grimmsnarl or of the Whimsicott? I feel like Whimsicott definitely goes down to one Brave Bird, and then Grimmsnarl, but the problem is it does have the, does have some defenses up. So you know what, we Power Gem into this, and we also Brave Bird into this. We double into it, make sure it drops. I want that Whimsicott gone. It is the offensive pressure dealer out here. It goes for Giga Drain again. Yeah, we get rid of this thing this turn. Yeah, if Grimmsnarl goes for the Spirit Break, then that's actually great for us. Grimmsnarl used Foul Play? Why? Why would you Foul Play your own Mon? That must have been a misclick from Orbit or something. Mortal Spin is an option here. Power Gem into the Grimmsnarl is also not a bad idea. You know what? We Power Gem into that, and then we Brave Bird into this, and see what happens. Okay, that's Whimsicott gone. That is Whimsicott gone with the bravest bird. Okay, Big Bird took him out. There you go. Finish this off immediately. Now, the question is, what do they do on their side? It just goes for what now? Should be down to Poison very soon. Foul Play? Yo, this thing's full defense. You ain't getting nothing off on it. The opposing side's Tailwind is gone. That means we've got Speed Edge now. Mora should have Speed Edge on everything. Alright, and they're done. They forfeited too. It's over. Over and donezo. Quick games, dude. Quick games. Okay. I wonder what was in the back that they decided to give up. Like, if it was Pelipper or Growlithe, I don't see them just throwing in the towel there. What were they afraid of? Like, Sand Earthquakes from Excadrill? A lot of teams lead Excadrill Tyranitar. Maybe they just assumed I'd be doing the same thing, leading the Tyranitar Excadrill. But if that's the case, then the double fairy, maybe like fake out into the Excadrill, stop it, and then have Whimsicott set up the Tailwind. Maybe that was the play. Okay, this is an ice team, but it's also rocking the Arcanine, and I don't even know what this team is doing actually. Lamora seems an easy pick here to get rid of some nonsense. It does get rid of the Frostlass in one. Arcanine could come out. If it is, Corviknight's Mirror Armor is actually really, really good here. Tyranitar loves seeing most of this opposing team. Now the question is, Noiva, Ditto, or Excadrill? What comes in the rear? Excadrill deals with a lot of this in the sand. If we can keep terrain up, right? Tailwind would be a problem, but Excadrill does kind of deal with the majority of these. Now, it don't deal with the Gallade, but the rest of the team kind of does. The question is, does it deal with anything better than the Noivern does? I think the answer to that is yes. With the Focus Sash, yes. I'm sold on it. Now, the question is, what do they do? What do you do here? And we're up against an Ultra Ball rank 4 trainer, so they should be on parity with us. Let's see. Whimsicott, Frostlass. I've seen this lead before. Corviknight, Glimmora comes out. They should be deathly afraid of anything that we can do here. We don't have Frisk. I would love to have known if that's Mega Frostlass or if it's got a, or if it's got some sort of defensive Focus Sash. Mega or Sash, what are you? But either way, Glimmora should be living Blizzard relatively easy. Unless we get frozen, this should be easy. It goes for the Protect, and that means that's going to be Tailwind from the Whimsicott, right? 100% of the time? Yeah, that's a Tailwind from the Whimsy. So we get that thing, this thing dealt with. No Mega on that thing. No Mega. They still might be Mega, you know, it's not a guarantee. Whimsicott hangs on with the Sash. Sash goes off. That's actually probably the best case scenario for us. Now we Mortal Spin to get rid of that thing, and I think we can go ahead and put up a Tailwind of our own. Yeah. Frostlass goes on the timer. Quick Claw goes off, huh? Alright, with Tailwind up for our own side, I don't think that'll matter. Both of those things are naturally faster than Glimmora. But we'll see. It just goes for straight Energy Ball. We live that all day. T-Bolt, too. Okay, I see you with your T-Bolt nonsense. Critical hit, huh? We go for the Mortal Spin. That gets rid of the Whimsicott, puts Frostlass on a timer. Opposing Frostlass is gone, or Whimsicott's gone. Frostlass is on a timer now. Now the question is, what do they have in the back? What did you bring? If it's Arcanine, no, it's Goodra. You're slow. You are slower than Glimmora. Glimmora puts an end to you with Power Gem, because the Goodra's not going in time. The question is, do we anticipate the T-Bolt coming out from this thing and go into Excadrill? That is the question. I feel like there is a cheeky kind of maneuver. It could Protect again, is the only problem. But that'll just let the poison rack up, right? Do we need Corviknight for anything else in the bag? Now that the Whimsicott is dealt with, the only thing that could come in is like Incineroar, right? Okay, yeah, we go Power Gem into this, and you know what? If we live, we roost. If we live, we roost. It does just Protect. We live and we roost. Power Gem goes off. Now, the question is... Oh, let's just go in for straight Flash Cannon? You know what? I'm okay with that. I am actually perfectly fine with that. Lamar goes... Now, the Flash Cannon is a little bit dangerous for Tyranitar. That thing cannot come in on that. But we get a big roost off. Frostlass loses a little more health. And then, I think... Do we go with the Excadrill and threaten the Earthquake KO? I don't think we got a choice. I think that demands an answer. Excadrill should be faster than a lot of nonsense in this type of weather. We Earthquake into that thing, and then do we Brave Bird into the Frostlass and just get rid of it? I think actually the Goodra is the bigger threat here right now. It can't be poisoned, it's got no timer on it. Goes for the T-Bolt, we should live one. We do. Corviknight's hanging on. Earthquake goes out, doesn't affect our Corviknight, goes off into everything here. They should put Frostlass in range. Yo, Goodra's gone, Frostlass is gone. It is over. I don't care what they got in the back. They ain't getting through, all this. Big Golney. I was not expecting Goodra to go down in a single Earthquake. And the enemy's Tailwind is gone, so they're slower. Alright, what do you got? You got Gallade in the pack. That is a Brave Bird target if I have ever seen one. Yeah. You know what? We Earthquake, and then we go Brave Bird, and this should just about be game. Big Bird should be able to deal with this. Excadrill goes for the Earthquake. That should hurt Gallade quite a bit. Yeah, takes almost, it takes enough. Brave Bird should do it. Might not even knock out Corviknight. And there we go. There is another freaking win, dude. We are on a tear with this team. I haven't even had to bring in Noivern yet. And there we go. And there we go. Another win underneath the belt. So, Demon Girl, what you up to today, huh? As we just sit here cleaning people out. What you got going on? Now, of course, we're only in Ultra Tier. It's towards the end of the season. So only people that have kind of gotten trashed are still playing in this tier. I just haven't been playing, you know. But yeah, right now we're facing a lot of people that have been thrashed in the upper tiers and are hanging out down here now. Okay, this is a dangerous squad for our entire being here. Now the question is, what do we lead? What are we afraid of? We're afraid of seeing the Garchomp up front. Garchomp up front necessitates Corviknight. Glimmora would be fun, because almost everything on that team is physical, except for like Zardy and in the Make It Rain guy over there. But we should be faster, right? So I think this is almost as safe a lead as we can possibly get. Does Tyranitar have any play here? The answer is no. This entire team just counters Tyranitar like there's no tomorrow. The only advantage that it can do is it can take away Charizard's Sun, if it's got Sun. So what do? Noivern has a lot of play into a lot of this, actually. With the weather changed to our favor, maybe Tyranitar Noivern is the play here. I'm kind of considering Ditto in case there's like a nasty plot set up by the Golden Go. We could take that and really use it to mess up their team. But I think we need this because Tyranitar is our best answer to the King Gambit. Alright. Hey, Demon Girl, can you go ahead and kill the botter in the chat, please? Kill him dead. That'd be nice. Alright, let's see. It's Charizard Garchomp lead. That is a strange lead, but it counters our lead perfectly. Yeah, we got predicted 100%. Now the question is, that's probably an EQ coming out of the Garchomp, and it should be faster than us, is the problem. Does our bird have any play into this? It maybe could get a Tailwind off, but I'm pretty sure we just lose this on principle already. Now the question is Charizard gonna Mega and then Heat Wave? It does Mega. Is it Heat Wave? It might just... This might be a Heat Wave Earthquake combination, which would probably be the safest thing for him to do. Which we just don't have an answer for. We don't have an answer for that. Okay. Charizard goes for the Protect. Yo. They let the freaking Corviknight live. They let the Corviknight live. They were afraid of Sage Glimmora. This is the best possible outcome. This is the best possible outcome. Toxic Debris goes down. Glimmora goes down. Garchomp's Life Orb goes off. We get the Tailwind boost. That is as good as we could possibly ask for. Now the question is, what do we bring in against this? Do we bring in the Tyranitar to get rid of the Sun? I think we do, and then we Rock Slide into nonsense. Tyranitar comes in, should be able to get the stream up. Yo, we're streaming. This thing, the Brave Bird is the best that we can do into the Garchomp here. We Mega Evolve this thing, and then... Do we Protect for a turn, or do we Rock Slide immediately? That is the question. Charizard might have to switch. Easy to afraid. It should be. Garchomp Yeah, okay, he does switch. We could get the flinch here. Basculegion comes in. That thing is dangerous. Gets poisoned, though. We go ahead and we get the power of the sun off. We rock slide into this. Maybe we get the flinch. Would be nice to have. Not a guarantee, though. Rock slide goes off. Hurts their entire team just a little bit. Chomp gets a little damage on it. Brave Bird goes off. Hits Chomp enough where we get rid of that thing on the next one. It's probably just gonna... No, it can't eat Earthquake again, can it? It is. It is just gonna Earthquake. It's gonna punish the Basculegion, and I don't think it brings down our Tyranitar. It does not. Goodbye, Basculegion. That means that he's looking to bring the Charizard back in, right? Garchomp's Life Orb is chunking it, though. As well as, well, I don't know. It hasn't switched out, so it's not getting Poison Chip yet. Charizard comes back in. We still have the Tailwind, though, don't we? We still have Tailwind up. We're faster than this thing. Is there a reason that we don't just Brave Bird into this and then Rock Slide again? Is there a reason we don't do that? Even with the sand gone. Okay, that's Garchomp dealt with. This is a single target Rock Slide. Yep. Yep, Baronis. Charizard's just trying to stall out. Just trying to stall out. What did we bring in the back again to try to deal with this thing? Yeah, he was hoping. He was hoping. Yo, you ain't getting it, though. You ain't getting it. But the moment that our freaking Tailwind runs out, we're in trouble. Charizard's just stalling for that moment. Goldengo. Alright, he needs a double protect here in order to make this happen. What do we even want to do? I think we don't have a choice. We gotta, like, Brave Bird into this, and then... What's in the back? We got Noivern in the back. Noivern doesn't really deal with the Goldengo at all. But it kinda maybe deals with the Zardy-B. We Brave Bird into the Zard, and then we've got to knock off the Goldengo. We don't have a choice. Knockoff goes off, Goldengo's gone, now it's just Zardy-B. Now the question is, does Zardy-B Heat Wave here to try to deal with everything? Goldengo's Citrus Berry is gone, Brave Bird goes off. That hits. Charizard is in the red. I think at this point, a single target, okay, Corviknight dodged. Corviknight, you're beautiful and large, my friend. T-Tar is gone. But that leaves it with the option, if it Heat Waves, to get rid of the, yeah, so Tyranitar's in a no-win situation. Brave Bird KOs it from orbit. Noivern KOs it from orbit. Found the Charizard, why, huh? Alright, Brave Bird would KO you with one. And then Boom Burst is guaranteed to knock you out, and will do very little to our own Corviknight. If you decide to protect, it don't matter. Corviknight goes for the Quick Claw. Corviknight says, not today. Not today. Not on this bird's watch. Boom. Bye, Zardy-B. Goodbye, Zardy-B. Dude, what are we on, dude? This is a tear if I have ever seen one. We are cooking them. Okay. Let's go ahead and rock this. Boom. Brilliant. Yo. Yo, yo, yo. We are rocking. Hold on. Let me get rid of the bot here. Can I trash it from here? Yes, I can. Get rid of that nonsense. Okay. Well, you know what? Almost been going an hour here. We get one more. We get one more for the road. You know, it ain't gonna be a huge stream today. Ain't doing nothing crazy. Tomorrow is a very special day for me, so I got a lot of prep work to do. So I ain't planning on sticking around for forever tonight. Alright, we get a team that seems to scream lead Glimora. A lot of this just hates to see this boy. Corviknight leads against everything that isn't Delphox, but Glimora scares the Delphox into targeting it. So, do we lead there? Or do we lead T-Tar, anticipating that maybe we got some nonsense? Changing the weather off the bat is not a bad idea. And Tyranitar threatens the Delphox enough where I think it's good. Corviknight is a must against a lot of this team. And then, what do? What's the last Mon here? I don't feel like Noivern has a lot of play into any of this. Excadrill has some play into some of this. And as a matter of fact, with the sand up already, this makes sense. Yeah, there ain't really that much here that the Excadrill is afraid to Earthquake into. Yeah, this is the play. Alright. Tyranitar, let's do what you gotta Tyranny do. What you gotta Tyranny did. Alright, we're playing Tyranids today, friends. Question is, what do they lead? Now, the Delphox could be Focus Miss. If they lead Delphox, do we try to KO it right away, or do we go for the light screen? I think we don't have a choice but to try to get rid of it immediately, right? We don't need Tyranitar for much. Serena into Whimsicott, huh? T-Tar into Glimmora. Get me that special defense boost here. Alright, there is no reason not to Mortal Spin here. That is an excellent play. And then no reason not to hot swap into the Corviknight immediately. That's the play here. Now, what were you thinking of doing here? Tailwind to get the Serena going fast, and then Serena comes in with a fighting move or something? What does it have? I know it gets high jump kick. Tailwind goes off. They're moving fast now. Just goes for the high jump kick. Not doing much. Not against this thing. Mortal Spin goes off. Put them on a timer. Put these dudes on a timer immediately. Okay. Then we got the Sandstorm chip. The sand also makes our dude a little bulkier. And now I think we can go ahead and safely Tailwind here. And we got the poisoning going off, putting them at 50%, that is 65. I don't think there's a reason not to just Mortal Spin again in case they want to swap something. Then we Tailwind here. Get fast. Get freaking fast. Now the question is, what do you do with this? Okay, predictable. They swap. Delphox comes in. Beautiful. That's exactly the kind of Mon that we want to see. Whimsicott goes for the Sunny Day. Sun gets harsh, huh? We go for the Mortal Spin here. Whimsy is now on a timer. We know that. Corviknight is matching the Tailwind, so at least there's that. Tailwind is going off. Now the question is, what do you do here? What is your plan? We can Power Gem into the Delphox, guaranteed on the Glimmora spot. Do we want to change the weather back again in order to get that special defense boost up? You're not going to go for a Focus Blast into the Corviknight unless you see me switching that thing for the T-Tar again, which I don't think you do. Alright, T-Tar gets the sand back up. We see the Mega Delphox come out. Now, what do you do? Do you get rid of the Glimmora, seeing that as the bigger threat? Whimsicott goes for the Encore? Why? Okay, you do go for the Glimmora. Not enough to KO. That color me surprised. But the Sandstorm definitely mattered there. Okay, Delphox is gone, and then the Whimsicott should also be gone. The Poison and Sand Chip. Yeah, that thing's gone. Okay. Okay, we got him good. We got him good. And there we go. Dude, big freaking forfeit there. Yo, there is predictions. Them is predictions from Giddy Old Man Derv, my friends. Giddy Old Man Derv taking it to him. And like that, all the way up to solid Ultra 2. Okay. Not bad. Not bad for one day, dude. An hour of straight W's. Hour of straight up W's. Let's go ahead and get a rank up award. Claim that bad boy. Delete the old message. Yes, indeed, a Rooney. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get our weekly stuff and whatever. Claim everything. Give it to me. Some quick coupons, teammate tickets, training tickets. Do we care about the Swampert and the Swampite? I mean, getting the premium for that, plus the avatar. I mean, do we care about any of this? I mean, the season's almost over, right? Do we care? I feel like we don't really care. Training. What do we got in here that's just battle tutorials? I don't want to do the battle tutorials. We'll do them off screen. Show me the sub menu. What do you guys got? Achievements. New achievement. New one for T-Tar. We'll take that. Tyranitar fan gives us a little points there. And Corviknight Admirer. There we go. And then we should have a trainer achievement here too. Sharpshooter. Give me that. I'll take that all day. Land critical hits. Yo, we should do like a crit focused team though. We should totally go crit heavy. What would we do? Like a Kingdra team? Is Kingdra in the game? I don't think I've seen a Kingdra doing Kingdra things, even on a rain squad. But Sniper with Kingdra would be fun. Mega Absol's also a possibility. But that goes Magic Bounce rather than Super Luck, right? So that doesn't actually go for crit bombing. Alright, send Dragon type Pokemon into battle. And there we go. In 3 ranked battles without any of your team fainting. How do you like that? That's pretty good. And then Mega Evolve 10 times. Yeah, there's some good weeklies. Nothing too crazy though. Yo, we got a lot of points back up. Do we go on a wild recruit? I don't think so. I think we clean out the shop a little more. Show me some frontier stuff. What do we got? Held items? Like, what's good? What do we want? Like, Metronome is kind of weird. We could make a meme team with that. Big Root is interesting. We'll take that. Like Clay could be very good. We do tend to sub screens a lot. We'll get the Weather Rocks as well, just to have them. Just doing a little shopping trip here. There's the zoom lens. Accuracy of the target's move when it moves after the target. Iron Bowl is interesting. We could do a Trick Room, something with that. Shed Shell is neat. Miracle Seed is whatever. Charcoal. Mystic Water. Yeah, we'll buy some of this stuff right now just to get it out of the way. Just to make sure we ain't worried about picking it up later. Can't wait till they add in some other items, you know. They might not though, because they're going for their own balance, so it's tough to say what they will and will not add. Don't know. Alright, that's enough nonsense for now. We bought out a good chunk of the shop now. And now we wait. And there's the premium battle pass for that nonsense. Use VP to obtain items. Yeah. Okay. Alright, well anyway, thank you so much for joining me today for just a little Pokemon Showdown. It was a short one today. I know, short stream. I know. I got you. I know I hear you out there, out in the wilderness, complaining at me that I'm letting it go this early. You know what? If you guys are really that needy, if you guys are really that freaking needy right now, you know what? We'll come back with a little Pokemon Unite. I've been meaning to play a couple of rounds of that. So you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll hit that up. So give me a second here. We'll transition between games. But yeah, this team is kind of cooking. Like, look at this squad. Look at it though. You don't think that it's got what it needs, but the Ditto being the clutch center pin in case things go terribly wrong in the team select screen is not bad. It's a get out of jail or get out of bad comp free card. And Noivern, Tyranitar, Glimora, Corviknight, and Excadrill. If you guys want to play this particular team, hit me up in the YouTube comments or in my streams on Twitch and just say, hey, we want to play that weird Noivern shiny rental team with the shiny Glimora, the shiny Corviknight, and the shiny Excadrill, and Mr. Blue Jeans himself. And you know what? You know what? we can go ahead and make that happen. So thank you so much. If you're here for the Pokemon Champions content, I'll see you guys on the very next one. And if you're hanging on for Pokemon Unite, I'll see you shortly. Good night, everybody.